Welcome back to Bravo episode, where the drama never ends, even off-camera. A RHONY Alum became hysterical over a $1,000 restaurant bill, leading them to get blacklisted from the eating establishment. So, why were they so upset over the bill, and what led them to get banned from the eatery? Keep reading for more details. Some of the RHONY ladies are known to be over the top, especially the OGs. Ramona Singer made racist remarks, leading her to be banned from the RHUGT premiere and BravoCon. Regardless, she showed up at the premiere despite being uninvited. This should be no surprise, as it was a running joke that the cast could never have a peaceful dinner anywhere. Someone was either drunk or yelling, and it was a bad situation. Now, another show alum is in hot water over a restaurant debacle. But who is it? Moreover, why did they cause a stir, and was it a legitimate reason? Sonja Morgan, who has been known to cause a stir when she goes out, objected to a $1,000 bill from Touchy's in New York City. She claimed that she was invited to the restaurant and believed her meal would be comped by the owner, Max Touchy. It was not, and that led to an uprising from the fashion designer. An insider stated that Sonja became hysterical and went on to add this. She was absolutely hysterical and refused to pay. It was like she was filming a Housewives episode, shouting, "I'm a celebrity." Sonja maintained that her celebrity status should have gotten her out of having to pay. However, she has not been on television in some time. After season 13 of RHONY, the show was rebooted. She did appear on RHUGT Legacy and Luan and Sonja. Welcome to Crappy Lake. Sonja also claimed she was asked to be a part of Love Hotel, but stated that she had a long-term love at the time. Additionally, Sonja Morgan noted she has gotten comped meals from Touchy's in the past. Therefore, she did not expect things to change. After the former RHONY star caused a scene, it led her to be blacklisted from Touchy's. She had gone on to allegedly say, she was like, "I don't pay. People pay me to go to their restaurants." She was absolutely entitled and caused a scene about not paying. By Monday, May 12th, Sonja Morgan had paid her bill in full, but it did not matter. The damage from her visit had been done, and she was asked not to return. She did note that she believed she was getting a free meal in exchange for promoting the restaurant. Yet, Max Touchy had this to say about Sonja and her behavior: "It's not about me. Don't do that to my staff. The cost of everything is so expensive right now for restaurants, and she's just taking advantage. There was no arrangement for her to have a comped dinner. She just wanted free food and service." It's the kind of drama you'd expect to see on an episode of The Real Housewives of New York: lavish dinners, high emotions, and explosive fallouts. But this time, the spectacle didn't unfold in front of Bravo's cameras. Instead, it took place inside one of New York City's trendy restaurants, where RHONY alum Sonja Morgan allegedly flew into a hysterical fit over a $1,000 bill, ultimately resulting in her being blacklisted from the establishment. The incident has sparked a frenzy among fans, critics, and restaurateurs alike, with many wondering what exactly went down that night and why Sonja, who has often leaned into her celebrity persona, believed she should be exempt from the check. Let's unpack the full story of what led to this messy situation, what insiders are saying, and how it could impact Sonja's already complicated relationship with fame and reality TV. The drama reportedly unfolded at Touchy's, a well-known New York City eatery owned by restaurateur Max Touchy. Known for its chic ambience and celebrity clientele, Touchy's has long catered to the upper echelon of NYC's social scene. So when Sonja Morgan showed up for dinner, it wasn't entirely out of the ordinary. According to sources close to the situation, Sonja believed she had been invited to the restaurant as a guest, and assumed that, like in her past visits, the meal would be comped in exchange for social media promotion and her celebrity presence. However, there was one major problem: no such arrangement had been made this time. She thought it was business as usual, one insider revealed. She assumed Max had invited her for a free dinner like he had in the past, but this time, no one discussed anything being comped. It was a regular dinner, and when the check came, things spiraled out of control. As the $1,000 bill landed on the table, the atmosphere shifted. Witnesses say Sanja's demeanor changed instantly, from charming socialite to outraged reality star. She was absolutely hysterical and refused to pay, a source told Page 6, which first broke the story. It was like she was filming a Housewives episode, shouting, "I'm a celebrity." Patrons at the restaurant reportedly watched in stunned silence as Sanja protested the bill, invoking her television fame and claiming she should not have to pay. She said people pay her to attend restaurants, not the other way around, the insider added. Some described the outburst as theatrical, others as downright embarrassing. Either way, it left a sour taste with the restaurant's staff and ownership. In a rare public statement, Max Tucci addressed the incident head-on, defending his staff and setting the record straight about the nature of Sanja's visit. "It's not about me," Tucci said. "Don't do that to my staff. The cost of everything is so expensive right now, for food, for service, for overhead. She's just taking advantage. There was no arrangement for her to have a comped dinner. She just wanted free food and service." Tucci emphasized that while he has extended complimentary meals to select guests in the past, there are expectations and agreements involved. "We value influencers and celebrities when there's a clear partnership," he explained. But this wasn't that. After the public backlash and internal pressure mounted, Sanja reportedly paid the $1,000 bill in full by the following Monday, May 12. But insiders say the damage had already been done. "She left a very large tip to make amends," one source shared. But it felt more like an afterthought, like she was trying to save face after things got out of hand. To make matters more complicated, Sanja later took to social media, not to apologize or clear the air, but to promote a different New York City restaurant. Many viewed this as a passive-aggressive move or an attempt to redirect attention from the Tucci's incident. "She completely sidestepped what happened," said a fellow NYC socialite. "It's classic Sanja, create chaos, then pivot like nothing happened." Despite settling her bill and attempting to make amends, Sanja Morgan was quietly, but firmly, blacklisted from Tucci's "She's Not Welcome Back," confirmed a source close to the restaurant. "This isn't personal, it's professional. Her behavior was disruptive, disrespectful, and completely out of touch." It's not the first time a Real Housewives alum has faced consequences for controversial behavior. Ramona Singer was previously banned from the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip premiere and BravoCon after making racist comments. But Sanja's case is different. Hers stems from an inflated sense of entitlement tied to her perceived celebrity status. Sanja Morgan rose to fame on The Real Housewives of New York and remained a fan favorite for her quirky humor, wild antics, and chaotic charm. But in recent years, the spotlight has shifted. RHONY underwent a massive reboot after season 13, with a completely new cast brought in to rejuvenate the franchise. While Sanja did appear on RHUGT Legacy and starred alongside Luan de Lesseps in Welcome to Crappy Lake, her presence in the Bravoverse has significantly waned. According to sources, Sanja was also approached for another Bravo show, Love Hotel, but declined the offer due to being in a relationship at the time, one that reportedly ended shortly after. "She hasn't been on our screens regularly for a while," one fan commented online. "Maybe she's clinging to her past fame and trying to cash in on it, but this isn't 2012 anymore." The internet lit up with divided reactions as news of Sanja's restaurant meltdown spread. Some fans were appalled by her behavior, entitled much. One commenter wrote on Instagram, "It's 2025. Being a Bravo celebrity doesn't mean you get free steak forever." Others came to her defense, arguing that Sanja's influence could genuinely benefit restaurants through publicity and buzz. If she tagged them or posted a story that could bring in thousands of dollars in business, a fan noted. That's worth more than the bill. Still, critics argued that if no formal agreement was made, Sanja had no right to expect a free ride. It's one thing if there's a deal in place, one restaurant industry professional tweeted. But walking into a restaurant and expecting a free meal because you're famous, that's not how this works. The incident has also reignited discussions about the blurred line between reality TV fame and real-world behavior. Bravo built these women into pseudo-celebrities, and now they believe they're untouchable, said media critic Lauren Fielding. What's fascinating is how fame from unscripted shows can create this warped sense of entitlement. With the Housewives universe expanding and OGs like Sanja gradually being phased out, the new generation of Bravo birdies is being watched closely for how they manage fame, money, and their reputations. In the early days, being messy was part of the brand, Fielding explained. But in 2025, there's less tolerance for tantrums, especially when it involves mistreating staff or taking advantage of small businesses. As of now, Sanja Morgan has not publicly addressed the Touchies incident in depth, nor has she offered an official apology. Her representatives have not responded to multiple requests for comment. Industry insiders believe the situation could harm her chances of future partnerships or television appearances, especially in a climate where authenticity and accountability are valued more than ever. She's at a crossroads, said one former Bravo producer. She can either double down and play the misunderstood diva, or she can own her mistake and rebuild trust. Right now, it feels like she's doing neither. At the heart of this story is a question that extends far beyond reality TV. What is the true cost of fame? For Sanja Morgan, that cost may be measured in more than just a $1,000 dinner bill. It's about how public figures treat others when the cameras are off, and whether their status excuses bad behavior. What do you think, Bravo fans? Did Sanja Morgan totally overstep? Or was she justified thinking her presence came with perks? Drop your hot takes in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more jaw-dropping Bravo drama. Only here on Bravo Episode.